what makes keto different than everything else?
Okay, so I love that he was like, it's kind of like autopilot. Like, yeah, there's some discipline. Like, we're not gonna lie. There's gonna be a moment every once in a while where everyone's having donuts and you're not gonna have them. You're gonna have something else that's keto, right? But for the most part, it is an easier way to lose weight. And I've worked with people who are, pushing 400 pounds. I've worked with professional athletes. I've worked with moms. I've worked with busy entrepreneurs. I've worked with people who are already really fit, people who are really obese. And the reason keto makes fat loss easier is because of that blood sugar management, right? So, like, in a nutshell, let's talk about what keto is, okay? So, in a nutshell, when you severely restrict or remove carbohydrates out of your diet, carbs are essentially sugar, right, in your body is forced to find an alternative fuel system, and it's gonna find that through your other energy source, which is fat. And the reason it's called keto or ketogenic or ketosis is because those fatty acids in your body are metabolized through your liver and they make ketones. And ketones are what are going to be fueling your body in ketosis. And it's awesome because ketones have so many benefits. But I want to hit with you guys on why it makes it easier. Like, why are people like, what's going on with me? Like, I'm usually hungry all the time. I'm like the hangry person. I'm like the person who has no self-control. Like, who am I right now? Like, it's 3 o'clock and I haven't eaten. Like, what is happening? So what happens is when you're trying to lose weight and you're eating an apple and a sandwich with bread and all these carbohydrates, when your body starts to run out of those carbohydrates, it's going to sense emergency, get more fuel, we're out, we're running off sugar and we're out, eat now. And those biological urges, like, they're so hard to fight. And so once you teach your body how to run off fat for fuel, so it's running off your dietary fat or your body fat, it makes it so much easier because if you run out of incoming fat from food, since your body's already trained to be running off fat, it's like, I'm good, I'll just run off this body fat. Makes it so much easier because you're not fighting those biological urges all day.
It's amazing. It pulls from your fat stores rather than from what you're craving. So rather than having to feed yourself, you're still feeding yourself all the time. It's just from where you stored it. Versus if you go and you eat a bunch of carbs and you spike your insulin up, your insulin stores everything in your body. If it's in your bloodstream, insulin's there, it's a macronutrient like protein, fats, or carbs, it's going to store it. So if you go off and you eat a sandwich, white bread, spike your insulin, you're really sensitive to it, your belly ends up stealing your dinner, and then you're still hungry later because your organs and your muscles didn't get the nutrients that you needed. And that's why people stay hungry all the time when they're just eating normal sugar-laden American food.
Yeah, if you have insulin management problems, which you might not even know, probably most people don't even know. It's like if you're not diabetic, it's not like you're testing your blood sugar all day, right? But then all of a sudden you go keto and you're like, wow, I have a lot more ability to control my cravings. It's life-changing, right? Because like I always say, like, it's really hard to make good food choices when you're like on the ledge, when you're like cutting people off in traffic and you're gonna like freak out and die if you don't get food right now. You don't have to live like that. And that's what, like, for me, like, most of my clients are keto. Some of them aren't. We go in and out of ketosis. But going through that phase of keto, even if you don't want to make this a lifestyle, right? Even if you're like, I just want to dabble my toes in keto. I just want to try it out, see what all the fuss is about. Just doing that for a little while and getting that adaptation and teaching your body how to easily tap into its fat stores, you're going to carry that with you. That's why it's so cool, right? So, like, for me, like, when I'll go in and out of ketosis, but even when I'm eating low carb, I'm eating a little more carbs than what's technically keto, I still can, like, go all day and fast on a dime, whereas before, like, I was definitely that hangry person that was, like, losing her crap on her kids because I was hungry, you know? So it's so cool to do that for yourself and really enhance your metabolism.
No one wants to act like a dinosaur in social situations.
Yeah.
Not good. So.
Right, yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool, and it's not just like some people. It's not like special people. It's anyone can have that. It's a really cool thing to do for yourself.